following the leader, the leader, the leader. We're following the leader wherever they may go. Do you guys remember that song from when you were little? Because I do. I think it was like the theme song of my childhood. I had 35 first cousins growing up, and when I was little there were a lot of leaders to follow. So I didn't really figure out how to find my own path until I was about a sophomore in high school. And I hit that sophomore point, everybody, you were there. And when I hit that point, I went to this show with my sister, and I heard this quote: "Never hold back your step for a moment, never doubt that your courage will grow. Hold your head even higher, and into the fire we go." And it's from this play called The Scarlet Pimpernel, which he's trying to inspire his men to go rescue French diplomats during the French Revolution. And it really struck me, because it was kind of the same things that I was dealing with. I had never really stepped out on my own, and this quote inspired me to step out on my own and to really become a leader in a lot of areas of my life. But I'm going to tell you about how it helped me in theater. After I went to this play, I tried out for my first show, and I was terrified. But I just kept thinking about the quote. It's kind of stuck with me all that time, and I thought, okay, just don't hesitate, just go out there and do it, because I knew if I hesitated, I would never do it. And then the auditions rolled around, and I was so nervous, and the shows, and I got through that. And then the shows rolled around, and I was so nervous before my first show. I was like, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to fall on my face, I'm going to fall off the stage. It was just, and then I thought, okay, never doubt that your courage will grow. And I found that every night, even though I was terrified, by the end of the show, I was exhilarated. I had this high, and we would just, after every show, the entire cast would just scream to each other. And it was because we were all like, we did it. We got there. And every night as I kept going, my courage kept growing. And finally, I learned to not hold back my step and to always hold my head high. After a couple of shows, I didn't get cast in one, and that was hard for me. And I started working backstage. But I realized that I just needed to hold my head up and go in there, because I loved theater, and I still wanted to be involved in theater. And I wasn't going to let the fact that I didn't get cast let me stop out on something that I loved. So I went back in there with my head held high, and I became the assistant stage manager. And I organized all the stuff moving in and out of the stage, and I got really good at it. And I really started to love it. And it was only because I went back in there with my head held high and thinking I could do this. It's helped me in a lot of ways beside that, but theater is one of the ways that this quote has helped me to not only stop following the leader, but to become a leader myself.